I'm sorry, but I see why black men aren't dating black women anymore. I really do. I mean, the maturity level speaks for itself. Most black women stop maturing at the age of 12. I'm sorry, they do. And y'all want to be like, oh, we're the most educated. Not no more, boo. Check the stats. Asians are 77% more educated. Whites are 54%. Oh, and then they go, oh, no. We mean within our demographic, we're more educated than the black man. But they still make more than you. So it doesn't matter. You can keep your certification to Albies or whatever the hell you're certified for. Nobody gives a damn. But again, that's not true no more. That's actually not true no more. Y'all are not the most educated group. So now what's your argument? But for being just straight B words. Because I'm sitting here and one of my favorite YouTubers posted, not YouTubers, Instagram people, TikTok, I don't know what he is, he's everywhere. But he posted a video about this woman, and she was talking about she was waiting on her husband to be a bad guy so she can leave him. And then she goes on to say, actually, women, he don't gotta be a bad guy for him to leave him. If you're just not happy, you should just leave.
And I think that's the worst fucking advice in the world. Just whenever you unhappy, just go and leave. Look, if y'all don't know I'm recovering from a cold, she must got smoke. Okay, I'm gonna point this out real quick. Normally, I don't see videos of women coming after other women that often. Right? This video makes me think somebody must have pissed her off. A black woman specifically must have made her mad to where she did this shit. That's what I think. But back to the basis of the video. It's just a lot of shit. And like the one main thing that's on my mind is it's not a lot of people holding women accountable. I don't like to talk about I don't like to specifically say black women and just say that, because I mean, to an extent. And it's, if you look back in history and everything like that, black women, from what I've seen at least, are going to be more aggressive. Right? Because if you think about when, I guess you can say, the black man was taken out of the household, somebody had to play their role. Right? So when the feminist movement and all of that shit started, right, when they was basically, from what I've seen, was taking men out of the household, right, black women had to be, right, the man in that situation, right? And it was because they was tricked. They was basically told that this is beneficial for you. And it was, I guess, wrapped up, you can say the analogy where it's like shit wrapped up in gold paper, right? So that's what it was. They were so shit wrapped up in gold paper, and it looked nice and it shined and it was sparkly and everything like that. But when you actually see what's inside of it, it's shit. It's some bullshit, and you can't come back from it. So from decades and decades of this shit, that's what these black women have been dealing with. And now today we see the product of the black woman, and it's the angry, independent black woman, generally. Okay. So I can see what she's saying, and I can understand what she's saying, because, I mean, everything I just explained.
I'm like, are y'all serious? And so now I hate him because my algorithm went straight to that. Then I see a black girl in the car crying, talking about how being a wife, she lost herself, and being a wife, you can't be who you are. I'm like, well, who are you? What do you want to do? What can you do in your outside of your marriage that you can't do inside your marriage besides be a 304? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then those of you black women that are married, you guys are the lowest. You guys have the lowest marriage rate in the world. So for those of you complaining and saying, oh, I don't want to be married no more, girl, you know how rare it actually is to be a black woman and to be married? I'm not saying like, oh, that's like should be your life goals, but to actually achieve it, instead of this dumbass education stuff y'all keep talking about, you know what I mean? Y'all need to wake up and see this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like y'all are online crying to us who we really don't care. We just make fun of y'all. That's it. We don't care. You know? So y'all come online. Imagine you're at home and you see your husband online crying, talking about how much he hates you and hate being married to you. You'd be like, why would you do that? And it's the same thing. Why would you come on here and tell us this? Go tell him, or even make the video and just send it secretly to him so he can know how you feel. Why would you come on here and tell us this? It doesn't make any sense. So now that my algorithm's messed up, I'm just like, you black women, the mindset again, 12 to 14 years old, because why? What do you mean you don't want to be married? And then you got the ones on here like, oh, you can't convince me to have a child. Girl, nobody will have kids with you.
Yeah, see, I mean, to prove my point, it was something that she seen that really made her mad. But what I will say to speak to what she's saying, I don't know if I said it, but welcome to the DeMarkco effect, where you get the full effect of me. One thing I will say, basically to what she had to say, I say it often though. Women have been sold a lie that being a woman is not enough, right? Especially Americanized women. So that goes for black women, Asian, Haitian, um, it goes for all ethnicities, all colors, ethnicities of women, right? They've been sold a lie that being a woman is not enough, right? And if you ask me, being a woman is more than enough. Being a woman is what the fuck you supposed to be doing. So you don't have to go out here and compete, right? You don't have to go out here and just say shit like, well, if you're not happy, just leave. Like, I think that's the worst advice to tell a woman. I think the best advice to tell a woman is to understand, right? What in your life is going to be the most fulfilling in your life? Is it going to be a career or is it going to be family? You can't have both, right? Um, it's, you can't have both and enjoy it as much as you would like, right? So when you're choosing work over family or family over work, the more rewarding feeling is your family, because the bonding that you get from that. So what I would recommend for any woman is to understand, like, don't listen to these women that's trying to sell you a line and telling you that their marriage is bad. It's their marriage. It's not your marriage. That's their shit, right? That's how she feels. So don't go in there looking at her experience and she's not even telling the full story and thinking that that's how your shit is gonna turn out. Okay, but other than that, I do appreciate y'all. We're close to 1,300 subscribers. Also, leave a like for the video, comment. Um, if you just subscribed, I love you. If you already subscribed, I love you already. But other than that, have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, whatever you like, and I'll see y'all. Peace out.